you hear the word science fiction, what comes to your mind? Flying cars, teleportation, alien worlds, and of course, time travel. But what if I told you that the impact of science fiction on the real world is much more influential than the imaginary worlds this genre has presented to us? A very warm welcome to one and all present here. I, Bharat Sharma of Grade 12 of Delhi Public School, Sushant Lok, present my idea to you. Sci-fi, a genre, or creative visualization. One sunny day, when I was in the first grade, I was in a particular mood to watch whatever movie that was airing on one of the international movie channels. When I put on the channel, a movie called Jurassic Park had just started airing. I remember being blown away by the sheer beauty of the movie. Jurassic Park directly impacted me in a way nothing ever had. After watching the movie, I remember that I wanted to know more about dinosaurs and extinct animals. As time progressed, I grew more and more interested in various other topics such as the animal kingdom, outer space, and now philosophy and computer science. Now, I aspire to be a scientist in the future, and I firmly believe that science fiction has played a pivotal role in my life and has helped me to find my passions and shape my career choice. So while I'm confident that on the larger scale, the movie had a subjective impact on the masses, it also had another major impact. A possibility backed by science that genetic engineering could in fact lead to real-life parks filled with extinct animals in the future. Now I know that most of us think that this idea is quite impossible. But recently a company called Colossal announced its plans to bring back the woolly mammoth through genetic engineering. Yes, you heard that right. Even though it may take many decades before we see any visible results, I think we can all agree on how much ahead Jurassic Park was of its time, since it accurately predicted the plans and intentions of future scientists and engineers, and also predicted a way in which genetic engineering could be used. This relationship between science fiction and reality, based on predictions and similar outcomes, was far back. Jules Verne was a novelist who is also known as the father of science fiction. His writings laid much of the groundwork for modern science fiction. From the Earth to the Moon is one of his many famous books, published in the year 1865. The book is now considered to have been much ahead of its time. It is packed with technical details about how 3 astronauts completed their journey to the Moon and back. The reason why it is considered to have been much ahead of its time is the precision with which it captured some of the details of the Apollo missions carried out by the United States in the mid-1960s. In the book, as in reality, the United States was the first country to launch the first successful manned mission to the Moon, and 3 astronauts were sent in that rocket. The spacecraft in Verne's book closely resembled the Apollo command module. The landing site and the launch site for the vehicle in Verne's book was the same for Apollo 11. The book also had a huge impact on the future generations of space scientists, so much so that the command module for Apollo 11 was named Columbia, which is similar to the name of the space gun used in Verne's book, which is Columbiad. This level of accuracy and influence is unheard of across any other book in this genre. One of the most interesting things about science fiction is its power to warn us about the future, whether it be for better or for worse. A more well-known fact is the influence of science fiction on modern-day pop culture. Star Trek and Star Wars have been classic science fiction franchises that have influenced generations of people to wonder and explore about the universe, while also be excited about the fictional action presented in them. Some of the highest grossing movies of all time fall under the category of science fiction. So I think we can all agree the impact of the genre has been phenomenal, from pop culture to real-life science. These examples are the testimony to the fact that the creators of the sci-fi concepts are not merely creators, they are visionaries and futurists. Hence, I encourage all of you to read through, watch, listen, and treat this genre as reference and foundation, since yesterday's fiction is tomorrow's reality. Finally, I would like to conclude by saying, to move ahead, we need to go back to the future. Thank you.